Let's dive right into this NBZ Research report on Based. What if you could trade crypto perpetuals, bet on prediction markets, and spend your crypto at 70 million merchants worldwide, all from one app? That's Based. And the backers? Pantera Capital and Coinbase Ventures. Let's get into it.
Welcome to NBZ Research. This is a full, no-hype, facts-first deep dive on Based. Let's start from the beginning.
In part one of this explainer, we're covering four main areas: the project overview, the team and founders, the underlying technology, and finally, real-world use cases. Section 1, Project Overview. So what exactly is Based? First, let's clear up a common misconception. It's not a standalone Layer 1 blockchain. Actually, it's a Web3 consumer super app, operating as an application layer protocol built natively on Hyperliquid's HyperEVM. Think of it like the Robinhood or Revolut of Web3. It's giving you this super clean, consumer-friendly interface, but underneath, it's powered by one of the absolute most powerful institutional-grade trading engines in all of crypto. Now, to understand where Based is going, we really have to look at its roots. Back in 2021, the founders were actually building a project called Subera, which was focused strictly on B2B crypto payment infrastructure. But around June 2025, they made a massive, highly deliberate pivot. Instead of just building the back-end plumbing for other businesses, they looked at the landscape and realized the real opportunity was in the mass market. So they decided to build the consumer-facing super app themselves, bridging the gap to bring everyday users straight into on-chain finance.
Let's run through some core specs. The token ticker is, appropriately enough, Based. The team operates out of Singapore, and they came out swinging globally right from day one, supporting markets in over 160 countries. To fuel that kind of massive global footprint, they closed an $11.5 million Series A round in February 2026.
Moving on to Section 2, the team and founders. Let's look at the people actually driving this protocol. At the helm, we have Edison Lim as CEO and Zac Ler as CTO. And here's why that matters. Their years spent grinding away on Subera directly laid the groundwork for Based's current payment infrastructure. It's a pretty rare combo, honestly, having deep crypto-native technical chops paired with real, in-the-trenches payment experience. Rounding out the leadership, we have Junhao Lim as COO, keeping the operations tight, Soo Kim driving user acquisition as head of growth, and Nell Young as head of marketing.
Now, if you're looking for a credibility signal, this is a big one. Pantera Capital is arguably one of the most established crypto-native venture firms out there. The fact that they led the Series A with Coinbase Ventures also jumping in is huge. But what's even more telling is that they did this after the app had already been live and battle-tested for 8 months. That really validates the institutional conviction in this team's ability to execute and build a consumer crypto product that is both highly scalable and compliant.
Section 3. Technology and architecture. Let's look under the hood. 100,000 plus. That's a massive number, and it represents the transactions per second, or TPS, that Based inherits directly from the underlying Hyperliquid network. What does that mean for you? It means sub-second transaction finality. It means tapping into incredibly deep native liquidity. Ultimately, it brings institutional blink-and-you-miss-it trading speed straight to everyday retail users. Unpacking the tech stack a bit more, Based is built on HyperEVM. Think of this as an Ethereum virtual machine execution layer living right inside Hyperliquid. It uses custom HyperBFT consensus, which is what unlocks that crazy sub-second finality we just talked about. Plus, because it has full EVM compatibility, it supports standard Solidity contracts. This is a game changer because it allows Based to trade directly against native on-chain order books. No clunky, fragmented external bridges required. And, just to keep things standard, the Based token itself is a regular ERC20 smart contract on the Ethereum mainnet. This whole architecture is designed around the idea of a true super app. We're talking about taking things that used to live in completely separate silos, like trading, prediction markets, and debit card spending, and bringing them all together into one seamless, frictionless interface. But it goes beyond just consumer features. Based is also establishing itself as foundational infrastructure, meaning they are providing the B2B tech stack to power third-party venues, like the Hyena Perpetuals platform. That brings us to Section 4, Real-World Use Cases. Let's look at the functional utility of the platform today. When we assess the status of all these Based applications, a really important distinction emerges. This isn't just some conceptual white paper or a promise on a distant roadmap. Based is actively operational right now across multiple distinct verticals. These are fully live products with real users transacting every day.
Just running down the list of what's live today, users have direct, immediate access to perpetuals and spot trading, backed by that institutional-grade liquidity we mentioned. You've got integrated prediction markets where you can bet on real-world events. And crucially, there's the Based card, which unlocks local spending and cross-border remittance utility in over 160 countries. On top of all that, their high-ANA B2B infrastructure, along with yield and staking options on major exchanges like Binance and Bybit, are fully up and running.
Now, looking ahead at their 2026 roadmap, Based is gearing up to roll out on-chain governance for token holders. Beyond that, the capital from that recent Series A round is earmarked for some aggressive expansion. They're pushing into new geographic markets and heavily building out their broader on-chain financial infrastructure. We're talking about introducing new financial products that go way, way beyond standard trading. So when we analyze the core growth drivers here, it's really a two-pronged strategy. On one side, you have their killer use case, the Based card. This positions them as a direct competitor to traditional neobanks by letting users effortlessly spend their crypto at 70 million merchants globally. On the other side, you have bundled prediction markets, which is a massively growing category right now. By putting these highly demanded products right next to a global spending card, the logic is pretty clear. More utility naturally leads to more engagement. It's the classic everything app model arriving in Web3. The real question going forward is simply this. As they hit true mainstream scale, can Based maintain that lightning-fast institutional speed? That's part 1 of our Based deep dive on NBZ Research. Part 2 drops next. We're going into investors, tokenomics, market data, and exchange listings. And if this explainer gave you value, don't forget to like, drop a comment with your thoughts on Based, and subscribe to NBZ Research so you never miss a deep dive. See you in part 2.
Educational and informational only. Always DYOR.